days of couch surfing for Travis Scott. Instead, you can now catch him in a $13.45 million house in Beverly Hills, or maybe driving around town in a Ferrari or one of his two heavily customized Lamborghinis. The hip-hop star has definitely developed a taste for rare and expensive cars, like the $1.6 million Maybach Outfitter Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon that he bought in 2019. And if there's one way that Travis Scott expresses his unique and artistic style, it's gotta be in his crazy jewelry collection. If you think you've seen over-the-top diamonds, grills, and chains, you might want to take a look at the piece that Travis got himself to celebrate the success of his Astroworld tour. It's big, it's heavy, it features a Ferris wheel that actually spins, and it's valued at close to $500,000. Curious on what else Travis Scott spends his money on? Well, then we got you covered. Here is an exclusive inside look at the $40 million lifestyle of Travis Scott. Growing up, Travis Scott lived in South Park, Houston with his grandmother until the age of 6, and then moved to Missouri City to stay with his parents. After high school, he attended the University of Texas, but later dropped out to focus on his music career. His parents didn't take this news very well, and various online sources consistently say that Travis was cut off by them after they found out. When he left university to pursue music full-time, he moved to New York and then to Los Angeles, sleeping on a friend's couch throughout his time in the city. Eventually, he launched a band with his friend Chris Calloway called The Graduates. Their first project, an untitled EP, was released on MySpace in 2008. A year later, Travis formed another group, this time with OG Chess, called The Classmates, and worked on the production aspects of two of the group's projects between 2009 and 2010. The Classmates stayed together until 2012, when they disbanded because of personal and financial reasons. In 2012, Travis Scott signed his first major label record deal with Epic Records, and then signed with Kanye West's Good Music as part of the division called Very Good Beats. His career started to gain traction in 2013 when he released his first mixtape, Owl Pharaoh, which had been created by Kanye West and Mike Dean and featured guest appearances from T.I., 2 Chainz, A$AP Ferg, Paul Wall, and Meek Mill. At this point, the hip-hop world had no choice but to take notice. Things started to take on a sort of snowball effect for Travis as he went on to release a second mixtape, Days Before Rodeo, which was a prequel to his 2015 debut studio album, Rodeo. Rodeo was led by the hit single Antidote, which currently has over 300 million views on YouTube at the time of this recording. His second album, Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight, was released in 2016 and became his first album to hit #1 on the Billboard 200 chart. Fast forward to 2018, and Travis drops Astroworld, which garners
just a
critical
one-size
acclaim
shirt.
and gives rise to his very first Billboard Hot 100 #1 single, Sicko Mode. Now, there's a lot of work that Travis has done in between all of this. It's not that simple. He has an insanely rich musical history as both a rapper and a producer, and makes it really difficult to discuss all of his notable projects without turning this video into a long list of all the projects he's ever done. He worked with artists like Big Sean, Drake, Quavo, Young Thug, Rihanna, SZA, Wiz Khalifa, and see, I'm already running the risk of turning this into a list. Sicko Mode earned a Billboard Music Award for Top Streaming Song, while Astroworld received a Grammy nomination for Best Rap Album in 2019. I think it's pretty clear by now that Travis Scott has built up quite the reputation for himself. And with that reputation comes a couple of $1 million. According to Forbes, the circus-themed Astroworld tour grossed more than $65 million on its own. So, what do the rest of the numbers look like? Well, to start off with, booking Travis Scott for a show can cost anywhere between $100,000 and $200,000. These booking fees are determined by various factors like circumstance, market conditions, length of performance, and the location of the event. In addition to his shows, Travis Scott makes about $165,000 from over 40 million monthly streams on Spotify. On Apple Music,